If I remember correctly, you said you had a 4-day weekend, by the way. How's that going so far? And yo, what's up, Taro? How's it going with you as well? What's going on, Yang? Nice try, not quite first. What's up, Super Dito? What's up, Chunky Dude? Gaming Expert, how are you guys all today? So yeah, the mystery of my microphone has not been solved because I didn't do anything this time. I literally did the same exact thing that I've done the past couple of days, and it works fine the first time. Like we didn't have a silent attempt to go live at first, so I've got no I have no clue what happened there. What's going on, Shadow, by the way? What's up, Lawernius, as well? What's up, Jugza? How are you guys doing? Great so far. Been sitting in the sun drinking beers. Hey, that's what's up, man. Let's take it easy with the flashing of the sword there, Yang. I know it's all in good fun, but please don't just hand out timeouts. Unless they're actually warranted. Pretty good. That's good to hear, Chunky Dude. What's up for me? Well, it's a gray day, which is actually fine. That means it should be pretty comfy in here. Woke up a little grumpy this morning, not gonna lie, but streams have a habit of turning that around, thankfully. Currently working on a fanfic. Oh, nice. What sort of subject? Okay, just wanted to make sure, Yang. No worries. I don't want to meet the person who wakes up happy. Most of the time I do wake up like feeling like you know, and feeling nice and refreshed, but this morning was not one of those mornings. This morning I definitely took longer to get going. But that's okay. You have those mornings sometimes. Everybody does at one point or another. Oh, adventure, right on. What's going on, Mikey? How's it going? The 312 will be, if I do a 312, it'll be announced beforehand, Mikey. So I won't wake up one morning and do a 312, so you guys will know in advance. At the very least, I will probably be doing a 312 race around the end of the month with Spike, Vegeta, and J Hobbs, at the very least, which will be really fun. It will take longer than 7 hours, though. It'll very easily take double-digit hours. Right now, with all of my PBs combined, it'll take around 10 hours. The 312 does take significantly longer than say a 305 for the original games. What's going on, Sviha? How are you doing? With that lovely Patty emote. That is a man who's looking good. I don't want to use extensions. I actually am using an extension. If you scroll down towards the bottom of the page, the bits leaderboard, which is something that doesn't display like on the stream overlay, but it's like a panel extension, which is pretty nice. There will probably be. I was looking into the Streamlabs extension yesterday, but I had trouble setting it up. So that's not a thing right now, but I'll keep working on it. See if I can get it working. But yeah, extensions are still very young. There can definitely be some more that come out later that I might be more interested in as well. But, you know, they're still pretty new. Still kind of looking through them and see what I want to do. There's a lot of them that are like game specific for games that I don't play. So that kind of reduces the pool a little bit. Yeah, exactly, Jugza. Like, you wake up at the, you know, the better part of your sleep schedule. What's going on, gaming expert? Yeah, I think like it will be a challenge, you know, during the 312 to, you know, keep the energy levels up, especially because the max percent categories for Crash are pretty exhausting by themselves. So the first run's usually not a big deal. The second run can be, you know, it gets harder, and then the third run I'm expecting to, you know, I'm expecting to be tired and you know, probably playing accordingly. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that you were playing around with them yesterday, Jordan. How is that coming along so far? You're talking about the Arabian levels, right? Shadow Knight, the like the hang 'em high time, like that sort of thing. Because I saw it working in somebody else's channel, Yang, but I couldn't get it to work on my channel. It was like it kept saying like setup incomplete. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Just buy some G Fuel, it'll help. Way ahead of you, man. We're ready. We're ready for the G Fuel part of our day. What's up, Khan? And you know it's never intentional, gaming expert. Sometimes I do just miss messages. As far as energy drinks go, for me, like I definitely feel something. The main problem with energy drinks is the fact that like they can dehydrate and kind of like, even though they're kind of a quick hit, they don't really like solve the problem that you're having. So the nice thing about G Fuel is that it's got like, you know, it's got like vitamins, and it feels more like a pre-workout than like an energy drink. And afterwards, I don't feel bad. On days that I like haven't drank G Fuel, like I don't feel like I need it. Like I don't feel like I'm fiending for some more G Fuel. You know, so it kind of hits a nice spot, honestly. No, it is not Rainbow Sherbet. I did try it though at PAX because they had a booth with samples, and that's actually where I got, that's actually where I bought my G Fuel from. And the Rainbow Sherbet was actually pretty good. That being said, I ended up going for the Tropical Rain because it tasted a little bit more subtle. Like some of the flavors have kind of an aspartame-y flavor, which I don't care for as much. But some of the more subtle flavors are delicious. Honestly, like if you don't use energy drinks, like more power to you. I think like because I used to have an energy drink habit years ago where I would drink like 1 or 2 Monsters a day, and that sucks. Like it's fine every once in a while to have an energy drink, especially if you kind of like need to stay awake for some reason. But using it consistently is definitely not good. But yeah, more power to you if you don't use energy drinks. Yo, what's up, Mediocre Gamer? Dude, how's it going, man? Long time no see. That being said, though, I do not believe that all energy drinks are created equal. My favorite energy drink was probably NOS back when I drank them a lot. NOS kind of tastes like orange soda, and it has like more mental concentration properties to it than like, you know, body high and like jitter type stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I preferred it more. And that's one of the things I like about G Fuel is that I don't get like hyperactive physically. I get like, it's more or less a concentration and attention thing. Diet Vim to Diet Coke or Diet Earn Brew? I've only heard of Diet Coke. But I don't normally drink colas when it comes to soda. I tend to drink like citrusy sodas. But if I am going to drink a cola, it's not going to be Diet. I'll say that much. What's up, id69, and your nickname is unavailable. How you guys doing? And thank you. I don't know if that's actually best seg, because my best segs for full trilogy are not the same as my best segs for my individual level splits, which I should probably change. I should probably update my best segs so they're more accurate. But that's a really good one. I think that's like a low 920 Papu, which is pretty good for me. Mystery is no longer on the G Fuel site or app. I actually did get to try some mystery at PAX, and it was actually very good. I don't know what it was, of course, but it was very good. What's up, Smiling Indian, by the way? How are you doing? I can't remember if I properly said hi to you or not, but if you get a double hi, you're just that special today, my friend. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like having a speedrun.com API and an extension would be awesome. I think that would be a fantastic tool. So how exactly, id69, how exactly do like the energy drinks differ in Finland compared to like North America, for example? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it tastes kind of fruity. I never really paid attention to the smell, but like the taste was kind of fruity, and I liked it. All right, first try hog jump. Let's go. All right, well, we picked up the gem by accident. I was trying to go off to the side to see if I could miss it, but I will definitely take grabbing the gem over failing hog jump. I will definitely take that over the alternative. Do 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 do. Lucozade Orange. I've never heard of Lucozade, by the way, Shadow. Like, what is that? How is the pricing of G Fuel on Amazon compared to ordering it like directly from G Fuel? I started doing it that way, Smiling Indian, a little while ago, but there was one day where I was just failing it over and over and over again. When I was going to the left side, and then I switched back to doing it my way, which was like towards the center and slightly to the right, and now I've been getting it much more consistently. So it's kind of weird, and I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but I feel like I need to change up which direction I approach the very last hog jump from every once in a while. Otherwise, like, I start like hitting a brick wall if I try to do it the exact same way each time. It's very, very weird. But that's why you see me start doing it more towards the middle. Currently. Even though, like, most people will do it from the left, and they can do it very consistently. Your cat knocked your bagel off the counter? Dude, that's rough. That is rough. Thankfully, our cats don't try to go up on the kitchen counter anymore. They used to. They used to actually climb up to the top, on the top of the cabinets because there's a little like cozy area for them to lay down. But they've been trained to not do that anymore. So thankfully, we don't have a problem with them doing that sort of thing anymore. Hopefully, you have a replacement bagel though. Mediocre. Well, that's good. I'm glad there's some good alternatives, Id. And I can imagine, like, if you prefer, like, the more subtle flavored energy drinks that, like, the ones with a lot of sugar, like Monster and so on, would taste, like, pretty gross. Or they would make you feel bad in general. It's kind of the same, but you don't get a 10% discount. That's fair. That's fair. If you want to use your, favorite sponsored streamers code to get G Fuel, you kind of have to do it through the website. There we go. What's up, Jacko and Big Bad Riggs? How you guys doing? Good to see you both. Some anti-speedrun troll. We want to cater this game to speedrunners. Then puts in a an anti-speedrun troll. Seems legit. Yeah, if the floor's really clean, then maybe you'd still eat the bagel. I mean, 5-second rule and all. The Great Wall annoyed you last night? Do you mean the Great Gate? Or, which level? Or is there a secret DLC level that we don't know about? Dude, I don't even think I would be mad about that if all of a sudden, like, you see an account like Vicarious Visions or like a developer for Vicarious Visions going like, "Hey, got him." I don't even think I honestly don't even think I would be upset about that. The Great Gate, okay. Were you trying to do the skip, Chunky Dude? I haven't gotten all the Gen 3 tub designs. Oh, there's like a new generation of tub design? I have no clue which one I have. But that's pretty interesting. Yeah, exactly, Smiling Indian. Got the recovery strats in case a pet tries to sabotage your breakfast. What's up, Dilly Flaps? Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. I think that's what the emote "Feels Amazing Man" is for. How are you doing today? Oh, I see. Do you currently spin jump off of the little bouncy fire pads, or are you doing them as intended? Make laser beams come out of the fish. Talk about getting creative when it comes to Kaizo Crash or making the games more difficult. More likely it was Gen 2? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've never actually seen a tub of G Fuel until I bought it at the show. But that's pretty neat, though. They're coming out with something new. Just regular jumping? I would definitely spin jump across the bottom pads. Like, even if you don't care about speedrunning, it does help you kind of get out of the way of the hitboxes a lot easier. What's up, Mag? How you doing today, buddy? I thought I remember Heinke mentioning something about that during ESA Germany. Do you have any top 5 positions in time trials? I do not believe I'm top 5 anymore for Hog Ride in Crash 3, but I was going for world record at one point. And the story of how that came up, because I'm not really a big time trial guy, is somebody challenged me to get a platinum relic in it, and I was already doing I had already just gone through platinum relics, and or excuse me, I'd already just gone through getting gold relics in all the games. He's like, I bet you won't get a I bet you won't get a platinum in Hog Ride. If you do, I'll give you 1,000 bits. So I'm like, okay, well let's try this. And I got the platinum, and then I was really close to the world record. I think I was within 2/10 of the time. So then I just started going for world record. Got within like a little over a frame of the world record. It was like really close. And then Pi comes into the channel and he's like, hey, I'm going for this record too. So we were both actually going for the record at the time at the same time. He eventually got it, and I couldn't actually put a run together to beat my my original time. But that was actually really fun. And that was the only time I really like went in on a time trial. And it was Hog Ride of all levels. It wasn't like a, you know, normal platforming type level. That's my story of taking one time trial seriously, which I have not taken many of the others very seriously when it comes to just like optimizing that individual level. Oh, they came out last minute? Okay, yeah, chances are I definitely have not seen them then. Glad to hear you're just chilling though, Mag. That is good to hear. How a Friday night should be spent. What's up, Gibbons? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, I saw, yeah, now that you mention it, I definitely don't have a top 5 time in Hog Ride, because that was before we found out about the spawning glitch where you can just get reset at a point where you shouldn't. Been running Exodus all afternoon. How is it going? Wow, that was a little bit scary. Almost went like right off the platform there. Oh, yikes. I was on PV pace yesterday and Crash won any percent, and kind of lost momentum towards the end. Where like I was like 40 seconds ahead entering the embryo split, where you have like you have the kind of murderer's row of levels. Lost about 10 seconds in that split. And then in Cortex I just dropped the ball and like got thrown off towards the very end of the boss battle and then died. So like that run was on 104 pace potentially, which is pretty awesome considering I haven't actually had a run that good in a long time in Crash won any percent. So I wasn't really too upset about it, but when I died in Cortex, I just started laughing. I was like, I wasn't even upset, honestly, just because I just found the situation like so funny. Dude, you'll get there though. The fact that you had a run that good, you know, all the way through the run is definitely a good sign, Gibbons. I think it's a matter of time. Ba ba ba. Yeah, like my most recent Crash 1 PB is the one that that I haven't beaten in a little while. But, you know, Crash 1's getting to a point to where, like, you know, it's getting to that point where it's hard to PB. You know, it gets to a point to where it is difficult. There's a lot that can go wrong, like, you know, Hog Jump can go wrong. You know, the Lost City would be kind of like run over, you know, if I were to fail the green gem. You know, things like that, where you have things that can be pretty big time losses that like harder strats don't necessarily make up for. Yo, Mikula, what's happening, man? Long time no see indeed. How's it going? Nice emote, by the way. I wonder what streamer that belongs to. Kappa. Yeah, like, I don't know if they're actually best eggs or not, Magatoth, because the gold splits here are not quite the same as the ones in my individual splits. At least for this category. Oh, I should have gone. That's okay. But it definitely feels good. Yeah, sometimes that happens, Gibbons. Like, sometimes you just, like, can't get a run going. It's like, you know, you're just, like, struggling, you know, and then you finally break through. You know, I've definitely had days like that where, you know, they've been off to a rough start, and then you get the run towards the end. And it all seems worth it somehow. Whoa, that was almost really bad. Yeah, definitely with September. Makes it very enticing to first time sub to somebody. September is pretty awesome. What's going on, Pretty Mellow? How's it going, buddy? It's been a little while since I've seen you around too, man. Hope you've been well. Getting tired toward the night? It happens. It definitely does happen. The nighttime is where you get tired. It's all good though, as long as you've had a good day. That's good to hear, Mello. I'm honestly really enjoying the Insane Trilogy. I'm very surprised that it's September and I'm still playing it. It's been a blast, and actually been doing some max percent categories, like your 105, 102 type categories, and that's actually been really fun. It's been a unique challenge. Thinking about doing a 312 at some point as well, which will be all 3 games max percent back to back to back, and that'll be really interesting. But I've definitely really enjoyed the Insane Trilogy. Like, there's definitely like no shortage of categories and games to run, and also there's like a pretty high skill ceiling for in each of the categories as well, which is really nice. Technically did not need to use the ropes there, but got a little confused. Thought I was in the high road for a moment. Sometimes it is a good day, Wikula. It doesn't hurt to lounge around. It doesn't hurt to lounge around and put your feet up every once in a while. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. There we go. That level felt really long that time. I'm not really sure why, but it did. Yo, that feel when you suddenly remember you have coffee. I haven't made that mistake yet, but I imagine like that feeling when you realize you've got coffee. It's got to be a good feeling. I actually put it in manually, Jordan. So we'll find out. That still has yet to be determined. Sunset Vista. That was, yeah, I just jumped way too early there. Sometimes you forget how long those flames stay up. That was one of those sometimes. What sort of coffee did you make, Mikula? Yeah, that's one of the things that I do like about drinking iced coffee compared to regular coffee is I don't have to wait for iced coffee to cool down. I just like to be able to drink it like water, like a normal drink. But like drinking something hot like that and like waiting for it to cool down enough is something that's hard to have patience for. It's the same thing with like hot cocoa, where it's just like, you know, if you make hot cocoa, like you want it like right away. You kind of make hot cocoa because you need it. So having to wait for it to cool down just kind of disrupts the whole flow. If you just put milk in it, I guess it depends on how much milk you put in. Never actually had coffee and coconut milk, though I think I would like it. I don't like the texture of just regular coconut, but the flavor is nice. I might have to give that a try at some point. Yeah, hot cocoa or hot cocoa? Which one is it really? Not that I'm aware of, Gaming Expert. There's nothing confirmed as far as new DLC for the Insane Trilogy. I would hope so. I think that would be really fun if we got to play like extended Sunset Vista or some of the other beta levels in the games. But I don't know if they even have them or have the capability to add them. Oops. Yeah, that's okay. I just jumped a little too early. Was trying to find a way to recover. We're good though. We're good though. Does hot coffee ever get cold? You'd be surprised. You would definitely be surprised. That's the other thing too. If you don't drink it quickly, then like when coffee gets lukewarm, ugh. Like when hot coffee gets lukewarm, it's awful. But like when iced coffee sits out for a while, it's not so bad. I don't know what it is about it, but when it starts cold and gets warmer, I feel like it's better than when it starts hot and gets cooler. When I first started running the Crash games, it was hard to leave like lives and Wumpa Fruit and stuff behind because when I was younger playing through the games casually, I would always try to get everything. But you get used to it. Now I'm very used to leaving that sort of stuff behind nowadays. I'll leave that up to you to decide whether I ignored it or whether I just didn't get it. Yo, Tiptoe, what's happening, buddy? How you doing? The thing is, I don't know where those things are. That's the problem with Spyro, is like I just don't know where anything is. And that's what makes like learning a Spyro like 100% category like so intimidating. Because I'm not sure I'd really like the N% categories. I probably would prefer doing like Spyro 1 120, for example. But like trying to figure out where everything is something that I feel like would be really difficult. What's up, Jungle Jack? How you doing? Am I going for all color gems? Nope. The only gem that we go for in Crash 1 90% is the Lost City, because the green gem helps us somewhat skip a level later on in the game called Castle Machinery. Otherwise, we don't care about the gems. Yo, what's going on, James? How are you? Dude, I know, the blind run's gonna be really interesting. And today's the last day of voting, too. So if you haven't gotten a chance to vote for the blind race game that Bucket and I will be doing on Sunday, type !race in chat. And you'll get a handy-dandy link to a straw poll where you can find the options. That's good to hear, Tiptoe. I'm not gonna lie, I've woken up feeling a little grumpy and not quite on the wrong side or not quite on the right side of the bed, but streams have a habit of cheering me up, so I think we'll be okay. What's going on, Webster? Is Koala Kong RNG how far he walks before throwing? I believe it is random. I don't know of any patterns that Koala Kong does. He basically, how far he scoots out before he throws the rock is I think RNG. So you got to get a little lucky. Yo, welcome back, Mikula. How's the coffee, by the way? Yo, I think so, Tiptoe. I think so too, Tiptoe, and I appreciate it, man. Your eyes are broken. I feel like it would be kind of funny to play Practical Joke where it's like, hey, is that person's name changing? And then everybody's just like, no, I only see it as one color. At the same time, you can only pick on somebody so much, I suppose. Coffee good, music video. Wait, which music video is it? Yeah, no problem, Webster. The answer is very carefully. But basically, how I've done it is I have the chat like basically right next to my gameplay screen. So when I'm looking at chat, there are certain parts of the game where I can look over at chat and play based on my peripheral vision. So, so when I glance over to look at chat, I can still kind of see where I'm going. And that definitely helps make things a lot easier. So making it easy to look at, you know, by having it in close proximity to where I'm playing the game really helps. And honestly, I've been, you know, just kind of doing it a lot. Get your brain, you know, very used to multitasking like that. You know, holding a conversation, playing video games, like the better you know the video game too, it helps as well. So I think it's just one of those things that over time you get better at, but you can also do some things with your layouts, with your monitor setups, like where you have different information displayed, to make it a little bit easier to read. I've seen a few videos like that, Mikula. I feel you. I'm afraid you have, Jordan. I'm afraid you have. The secret's out. Your plan's been foiled, Jordan. Do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god. Whew. Remember how I said I was a little bit tired this morning? I'm awake now. Holy crap. That was a dance with the devil right there. Holy shit. You can't kill me yet. Definitely can't kill me yet. That was scary. The thing about those platforms is that you can actually land on like the very outside if you land like on top of the little poles that are sticking out. But sometimes like if you're on the edge, you might start sliding off. So that's why I jumped, because if I don't press jump and I do get into a point to where I'm sliding off, then I'll just die. So it might look a little weird why I jumped, but that's why. And then I ended up going like too far basically with that jump, and ended up landing like also on the very edge of the platform. They were finally able to stabilize, but that was that was interesting. Hey, what can I say, Webster? This guy's a trooper. He'll do whatever it takes to save the world. A true hero. Do. All right. I'm trying to figure out where this time save comes from, and I have no clue. Sometimes, like, if I've done a run recently, I can remember if I look over and see some time loss, like, where it was. But I actually have no clue for this level. It is a total mystery. Do. All I know is I hope we get it. Forgot what Cortex said at the beginning of Crash OTT. Oh, Crash of the Titans? I have no clue. I've never played that game. So I'll leave that question for somebody else to answer. Local man cheats death and has epic freakout. Click here to find out. Or click here to find out more. Excuse me. I gotta work on my headlines. Actually, I probably didn't need to do that. No, not with invincibility. The whole jumping up slopes thing probably wasn't necessary, since I have invincibility. But here it would be. I was just looking at it visually, like, this looks slower. I think we need to do something a little different. That was a little scary. Do. Alright, cool. Yeah, there you go, chunky dude. You got me covered, man. Doing the people's work. If you want to go to that next level, clickbait headline. The Jugs has got you covered too. Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum. Do do do. What's up, Charizard? How you doing? Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Yeah, I don't know if I would want Pinstripe covering my ass if we ever got into a firefight. Spray and pray doesn't seem very good here. Yeah, but then the hero doesn't get away. That's the problem. Like, the hero would not be able to do his thing as the protagonist if we made it too easy for the bosses. Yo, what's up, Mini Kitty? Happy Friday. Indeed. How are you? Why don't I hit Pinstripe during his first walk to the right? Because when he stops doing that and he starts doing his, like, he shoots, flips over the table, and then shoots again. If you wait one cycle, then when he goes into his second phase, then he'll actually just sit there. He won't actually skip across the table. He'll just actually stay on that same side, which saves a couple of seconds over waiting one cycle for when he's just kind of shuffling back and forth. So it seems like a mistake, but it is actually intentional. Whoops, there we go. Yo, that's good to hear. Definitely feeling pretty good over here. Woke up a bit on the wrong side of the bed tonight, or this morning rather. Felt kind of grumpy. But streams have a habit of cheering me up, so it should be Gucci. Feeling better already, honestly. There we go. Thank you, based hitboxes. Yeah, that's what I did first too, and then somebody mentioned it to me. It said, like, you know, you should wait for a first hit, and I'm like, wait, that seems slower, and they're like, just trust me, do it. And then I found out, what actually happened when you missed the first hit, and it's fantastic. It doesn't have to be the first hit. It can be any one of the. It can be also like the second or third hit you can miss, but just doing it the first time makes sense. Playing on your phone while eating? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, in school. Yeah, we weren't technically supposed to have our phones out in class. But teachers kind of, when I was in high school, they enforced that policy differently. Like, some people would, or some teachers would be stricter about it than others. Some would just make you put it away. Some would confiscate it for the class. You know, it kind of depended. That's not technically how the rules are supposed to work, but I mean, if you can walk away with a slap on the wrist, I bet you wouldn't argue about it. Oh, you're watching me while eating lunch. Fair enough. Hope you're having a good lunch so far, by the way. I hope school's off to a good start for you, too. Oh, was that sort of school, Mellow? School Hard Knocks. Do 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 do. Nope. Not even close. Not even close. What's up, Mighty Myth? Dude, definitely on the road to feeling better. How are you doing? No, full trilogy does not include Stormy Ascent because it's not included in Crash 1 any percent. It's the same individual category rules, just combined into one longer run. Well, that's the thing is, and that like some teachers, I mean, a lot of teachers frowned upon it. Like, I don't think there were any teachers that just straight up didn't care when I was in high school. But there were, but you know, some teachers like were more forgiving about it than others. But it is kind of, I guess if I was a teacher, I would feel like it's kind of rude because, you know, the student's attention is placed elsewhere. But I like totally get why people are going to do that, especially young people. So I almost feel like I almost feel like I would be totally stuck in the middle when it comes to enforcing said rule. Sounds good, Charizard. Chances are I will be. Chances are I will be, but yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day at school. Once you do go back to class, of course. You might be doing well enough. Sometimes well enough is the best you can do, though. And that's totally fine. Hopefully we can help you do more well, for that matter. Yeah, sounds like you got lucky, Jugta. Sounds like you're very fortunate. Where is that from, Riggs? I feel like that rings a very vague bell in my head, but I have no idea which one it is. What's up, Muma? Yeah, like, for me, I wasn't really too much of a troublemaker when I was in school, but, you know, on occasion, you start feeling like a rebel. You just want to do something stupid just to get away with it. Nowadays, it's like, you kind of look back on your 15, 16-year-old self like, come on. But at the time, it's very enticing. What's up, Migo boy? How you doing today, man? Starting the day off right with some Crash 1. Oh, jeez. Alright, that's good. It's kind of awkward when you land on top of enemies in the Insane Trilogy, how sometimes, like, you think you'll spin as you land on top of them to spin them away, but the timing is, like, very different. And I feel like it's harder to get that consistently. A StarCraft match among 4 different schools. Oh yeah, I remember in comp sci there were people who would play like Halo across the internal network. I think Halo, I think it was just Halo 1 at the time. I don't even think Halo 2 PC was out yet. What time is it there? It is almost 10 o'clock in the morning, Migo boy. So we're just getting started. What's going on at Lamia, by the way? How you doing? It's the future where you are at Lamia. Yep, I'm on the west coast of the U.S., Migo boy. So we're like one of the last time zones, I think, in the world when it comes to, like, you know, when it comes to the dateline. Because I think the only time zones that are farther behind are, like, Alaska and Hawaii, if I remember correctly, before the dateline, before you go to the other side of the dateline and it's the future. What's up, Raph? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Oh wow, that can get out of hand very quickly, Muma. Like that's pretty funny. But I can see how that would just drive the teachers nuts. They would hear a phone vibrating, but it's not actually a phone vibrating. Internet is disconnecting? That's weird. Thank fuck it's Friday already. It must be that kind of week. It must be that kind of week, Raph. But it is the week. It is time for the weekend indeed. So that's definitely something to feel good about. I have no clue, Shadow. I never really thought about that before, but it might be. The future is not that different from the present. Things don't suddenly get better tomorrow, though they can. Not necessarily, but they can. Old School's having a football game tonight. Oh yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is Friday night. That's true. There are a lot of school football games going on. That's something that I'm more used to hearing, I think, than you guys are when it comes to, like, thank fuck. I normally don't say it, but I'm used to hearing it. And yeah, there's a lot of boxes in Jaws of Darkness. Like, the blue gem route and the bonuses each have a ton of boxes in them. So, like, you're not gonna get anywhere close to the total number of boxes in Jaws. It's efficiency, gaming expert. That's what it all comes down to. There's a stone face that looks like Uka Uka in the background. I don't think that's there in the original game because Uka Uka was not a character. But I might want to check that out just to make sure and see if, like, there is some kind of Uka Uka detail in the first game. Because I don't know if Uka Uka was even a concept back when this first game was getting made. Yo, Rambo Marino, what's happening, man? Not gonna lie, woke up feeling kind of grumpy and out of it, but feeling better. Feeling better so far. Streams do have a habit of cheering me up. Did I play the other game I wanted to play? Which one is it? I'm not sure which game you're referring to. Dude, hell yeah. Hashtag no Brio glitch. Let's a freaking go. Yeah, I wasn't sure if, like, it was kind of something I thought about. Like, was Uka Uka actually a planned thing when the game first came out, or was that a thing that happened much later? Was it Resi Remake? Oh, the blind race is happening Sunday, Raph, if that's what you're referring to. And today is the last day to vote. So if you haven't voted yet for the game that we'll play for the blind race, then type !race in chat and you'll see the straw poll link where you can go and vote. Yeah, I was actually I was watching somebody else's stream at Rambo, and they were talking about the track of Hurricane Irma and it's still like too early to tell exactly where it's going to go, but kind of just going through like each scenario of like, if it does this, then this will happen, and that's pretty wild. Definitely hope everybody in the southeast of the U.S. is doing is safe and doing all right. Brio version 1 does the last damage to himself. Yep. He does a damage to himself to gain 3 more potential damage and basically jack himself up. It seems worth it. I can understand him paying that cost. What's up, Samurai Fuego? How are you doing? RE4 is the worst. Dude, I love Resident Evil 4. It's one of my top games. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It is definitely one of my favorite games of all time. I can understand why some people don't like it, especially those faithful to the old games. But Resident Evil 4 would not be blind for either of us, for either Bucket or myself, so it would be kind of like a semi-blind race type thing. But this time it's a fully blind race. It's a game that we have not played yet. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the storm is just freaking huge, is it not? And I'm glad you're doing fine, Fuego. Definitely feeling pretty good over here. Definitely feeling pretty good over here, too. It's never a bad day when you're doing full trilogy speedruns, though. I gotta say. No, I never played Remake. It looks awesome. Like, I've been a fan of it, you know, after it came out. Especially as a benchmark for remade games, but I never actually did play it. I mean, I definitely don't blame him, Mikey. You pretty much have to at that point. At the end of the day, you prepare the best you can, but you got to cross your fingers. You know, cross your fingers and do the best you can. But we'll have to see what happens.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
He has a metal barricade built on his house? Wait, really? I was wondering how he was going to prepare, because, like, if the hurricane might go, like, straight up the state, then, you know, that's going to be... you know, that's going to be something that they're going to have to watch out for in Tampa as well. Have I played the new Life is Strange? No, I did not actually play that. I was at PAX this past weekend, but that was a game I did not get to play. Some friends I was with did, though, and they liked it overall. Okay, yeah, I definitely don't blame him for doing that, though, Mikey. Definitely don't blame him for doing that. No! Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That would have been... Like, honest, this run was on 104 pace. And I just didn't... Yeah, I fucked it up. I just, like... I got nervous because yesterday, I died in Cortex... Because yesterday I died in Cortex at that exact same spot, and I was second guessing where I was standing. I was like second guessing where I was standing, and I basically just beat myself. I basically just beat myself there. Did not even realize that I had a mental block on this boss battle now. It's okay, like, we're still in good shape for the run, but this would have been, like, an insane PB. Oops. So this is actually still going to be a PB. Yeah, so that's still actually a PB, But yeah, it would have been the 104. Ah, that's annoying. Yo, Vayovu, what's up, man? Welcome back. Welcome home, man. How was your trip, by the way? But yeah, that actually still is a PB, which is awesome. It's just like kind of annoying what happened there in Cortex because, like that was just me like not being very sure of myself, and basically in response to what happened yesterday, where I just was like very confused about where to stand and just feeling kind of nervous. It happens sometimes. Like there definitely are like runs where that will happen to you. But yes, it is September, by the way. Through October 2nd, all new subs to the channel and all returning subs who have not been subbed to the channel for 32 days or more are half off. And that includes all tiers, which is pretty awesome. Visited a lot of cool places, saw a lot of cool things, and ate good food. Dude, it doesn't get much better than that when it comes to a vacation. Sounds like a good trip to me, man. That's awesome. And you come home to a weekend, too, which is nice. Give some time to chill and reacclimate to home first. Oh, I was supposed to go into Crash Dash first, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. Oh, Wrath of Cortex was your first game 100%. That's actually interesting. I don't actually think I've known anybody who has done that. Who, like, their first game they 100%ed was Wrath of Cortex. You might be the first. Yo, Gaming Expert, thanks for the host, man. I do appreciate it. Oh, that's right. I don't actually need to avoid boxes. Do. Back in time for Friday, indeed, man. Wow, I was very close to not making that jump. We good though. What was your first game that you 100%ed, Muma? That wasn't Crash. You're waiting for CTR? I would love a CTR remake with online multiplayer. That would make my month, honestly. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Like, I have no idea where Activision may or may not want to go next, but I am personally rooting for one of those. I feel like that's not too like uncommon, Mikey, especially if there is a situation where they can capitalize on it. What's going on, Hom Tardy? How are you doing? I don't think they should, but I'm not surprised. No, I know what messages look like when they get deleted, Gaming Expert. And that was not it. Oh, Croc, right on. Dude, I love Croc, Muma. The controls and the camera are definitely like pretty wonky, but aside from that, like the game is really fun. And that would be a game that I would love to see redone, though I don't think it's going to happen. What's going on, Gimmick Soldier? Thanks for the good luck, man. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Oh, I see. Well, how did you like it in general? Whoops. No, I'm not saying... Remember, I'm not saying they should, Mikey. But there was also, like, another company that was capping their prices to where, like, any flights out of Florida were, like, no more expensive than, like, $100 or something. Yeah, like, exactly like you said. I don't remember which exact airliner, but there is good karma out there as well. What's going on, Connie B in Final Fantasy? How you doing? Bugs Bunny Lost in Time was your first 100%. I've actually never played that game. Yeah, let's do the pits. I don't think it actually matters. Yeah, I don't think it actually matters which order I do that in. I'm not currently racing for it. If I can't get it, then that's awesome. But right now I'm just trying to PB and do better than my last run. If we get close enough to the world record, then I might go for it. But currently, we're just trying to get a better time than our last. That's fair. The nostalgia is definitely very powerful, Shadow Knight. So if there is a game that like got you into Crash, or you know, something that you remember fondly from when you were younger, that totally makes sense. I've heard it's a pretty good game. If I do find a copy, I might pick it up and give it a shot. JetBlue was the one who capped their flights. Okay. I kind of like JetBlue. Like, even though I fly Southwest a lot, I feel like JetBlue would be the company that I would probably fly with if it was not for Southwest. The world record is a 317 something with loads. My Summer Best can beat it. My Summer Best can beat it, but am I gonna get that kind of run realistically? I don't know. Especially considering that run, especially considering that run actually has actually got the world record and crashed to any percent, like right in the middle of it, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, there's no way somebody's going to spend that money, especially if JetBlue is capping their flights at 100. So in the end, that company's just going to probably lose anyway. Next Machina? What kind of game is that? Samurai Fuego. What's going on, Demon Scourge, by the way? How are you doing? That was a week ago, I think. I think that was a week ago. I knew it was a matter of time before somebody came along. Somebody came along and had like really, really good runs in each category. And Rico was the one who ended up beating my record. He and I are like pretty comparable in Crash 1. I might have a slight edge in Crash 1. But he crushes me in Crash 2 and 3. He's definitely a lot faster in... he has the world record in Crash 2 any percent. And in Crash 3, he's definitely significantly faster. So if we want to go take the world record back... And I'm not necessarily saying I do. We've got our work cut out for us, but I think we can do it. September does not apply to resubs. No, it's just first-time subs and people who have lost their sub streak. There we go. Arcade game made from the creators of Resogun. Well, you had me at arcade game. What is Resogun though? Like, what type of arcade game is it? Used to record my croc times with a stopwatch and a pen and paper. Dude, that's like grassroots speedrunning right there. Handwritten splits with a stopwatch. I love it. I did enjoy Gex 1. I haven't really played too much of, like, Gex 2 or 3, but Gex 1 is really fun. We got it. It's like, it's a matter of strat updating and, like, you know, optimizing Crash 2 and 3 more. Obviously, optimizing Crash 1 will help a lot too, but it will definitely go a long way. But Crash 2 and 3 are the games that I would need to work on the most if I wanted to go for it again. We'll see. Like, I might try it again, but I might not either. Kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. Indeed, Final Fantasy. Definitely still on a good pace regardless. I believe my Crash 2 and 3 runs were okay. I think my Crash 3 run was not super great. That's definitely a category I've been struggling with lately. But just because I don't do it very much. But yeah, there's definitely still like plenty of more time to pick up later on. Never played Mega Man Legends. I didn't really get into the Mega Man series, not because I like avoided them on purpose, but just for one reason or another, never really spent the time on it. Oh, that's pretty neat, Samurai Fuego. You can't go wrong with the classic like rail shooter. Do 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 do. It's mostly strats, like Crash 3 for example. Mock Tornado Spin makes a big difference in Warp 4 and 5 if you know how to use it really well, which I don't. So that would be that's an area where I lose time some. Crash 2 is like movement and routing. Movement, routing, and strat updates in general. So it's like, so when I refer to like homework when it comes to speed categories, it's like, you know, learning strats, or, you know, trying to figure out like what other runners do differently, or, you know, or if you're trying to trailblaze and find new stuff than to just try things. Because my like Crash 2 run is solid. It's solid in the sense that there's not really too many there's not really like many major errors, but like going for faster, riskier strats, or getting, you know, making sure you hit all of your third mass forms, or making sure your routing is good, or is optimal, does make a difference. So like it's the little bits that add up over time. Deal, that's right. But yeah, like if I would really wanted to make a run for the record, then yeah, that would definitely have to happen. But I think I could do it. It's just a matter of if I really want to, you know, because there's a lot of things that I want to do, and there's a lot of categories that I like to run, to where it makes it harder to where like it makes it, you know, to where like it's hard sometimes to choose a category to like buckle down and really go for, when you want to do so many things, you know, because if you're trying to do like a variety of categories and things, you know, then you're not going to be able to like dedicate quite as much to one category in particular. Yo, thanks, Gimmick. I appreciate it, man. Time Crisis is fun. Haven't played it recently, though there is an arcade that I go to that does have Time Crisis 5 on it, but it is really fun to pick up every once in a while. I don't think it's going to be a category. I think that's just kind of... I think that'll be an extra challenge that I think some runners will choose to do on their own time. That definitely changes. That definitely changes 105% greatly when you try to get all platinum relics or beat all dev times. He's gotten smarter though in between Crash 1 and Crash 2. That's the thing. He's got a lot of books and he's been reading. Yeah, full trilogy is a long category too. Like you have to have 3 great runs in a row, which makes it like makes it also harder to put a run together than in like an individual category. So when somebody does put a run together, it is harder to beat. Yo, thanks, Fuego. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it here, man. Welcome. What's up, Doodle? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. What's up, Devin? How are you today as well? Life is good, I gotta say. It's Friday, so it can't be that bad. Definitely doing pretty well here for this full trilogy run, which is pretty awesome. On a good pace, having a good time. That's like oddly specific gimmick. That's very oddly specific. If somebody really wanted it, they could probably submit it, but I don't know if it'll get approved. That's going to be the hard part. He's just being a goofball gaming expert. It's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, there we go. We got the super slide where Crash basically just gets stuck. Sometimes that happens and I don't know what causes it, but if you slide and go neutral, which you normally do to preserve momentum on the ice, he just gets stuck like down like this in a crouching state, and until he like hits another surface like the regular ground or something, he just kind of gets stuck there. He goes really fast, but you can just die if you're gonna slide into a pit or run into like a nitro or something. Yeah, exactly. As long as you're having a good time, that's what matters. What's going on, Fat CJ, by the way? How are you doing? Ooh, I didn't get the charge jump I needed, but that's okay. I think like when you kind of like handpick like only do this part of the game, that's going to be a hard category to sell in all seriousness. Like, it's kind of funny to think about, but it's probably not going to happen because, like, just picking and choosing certain parts of the game to do, is probably not going to be super popular amongst the rest of the community. It's going to be hard to get a majority vote, basically. How did it go, Chunky Dude? Do bum 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 bum. Does Orcas have it out for Crash? Well, thankfully it didn't have it out for Crash enough to actually kill him, because that would be very bad for us. Yorkas think they're so superior and all. Dude, that's how you start though, Chunky Dude. Like when I first started streaming, that's exactly how it worked, was I talked to myself. I was in the middle of a spin, so I'm curious how I died there. But have it your way, video game. But yeah, that's how you start. You know, you talk to yourself, you do commentary, you know, you comment on what's happening, excuse me, in the game, and you know, that's how most people start on Twitch. And that's how I did too. And eventually you start having, you know, more and more people come into the channel to where you can actually, you know, to where you actually start conversing with people. But, you know, with real people other than just yourself. But even so, like, there are some times, even when you have a lot of viewers, where, you know, where chat will be quiet and, you know, you're kind of in that same position, which is fine. You know, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. But it helps to be able to talk to yourself and be able to do commentary, you know, and just kind of, you know, to kind of entertain on your own, so to speak. Will I ever do a Dragster Atari 2600 run? I've seen Darbian doing those, and it looks really hard. Like, it looks like it's a very hard game to optimize. I feel like it would be fun to try it, just to get an idea of how, like, difficult it is, but I currently lack an Atari 2600. So I feel like the soonest I would get to try that would be like AGDQ if somebody does have a setup. And I certainly hope that somebody does. Because that just seems like, it seems like such a weird game, but at the same time I feel like it would be really interesting to give it a shot. Yo, what's up, Len? How you doing, man? Thanks for the good luck. I think it's 5 point something, if I remember correctly. Unless the fastest time on Darb stream is somebody else's PB and not the record. Is there a speedrun.com page for Dragster? Yeah, sometimes that happens, Muma. Other times, like, people are multitasking. You know, like, they'll be tabbed out of a stream to go, you know, to do, like, homework or, you know, work on something else. Like, there's many reasons why, you know, why people lurk, and that's totally fine. You know, however somebody wants to enjoy the stream, whether they lurk or chat all the time or somewhere in between, you know, is totally up to them. Whole game was split after each castle? What do you mean by that, Shadow Knight, by whole game? Yeah, exactly, the background noise. What's up, Elford? How's it going? I feel like I'm speaking to Lady Elford by saying big man. Alright, sounds good, Samurai Fuego. Hope you have a good one, and thanks for hanging out today. Yeah, exactly. It's a good case in point. Ah, there is a speedrun.com page for Dragster. So what is the world record then? All good? That's good to hear. Definitely feeling better. I woke up this morning like grumpy and on the wrong, you know, woke up on the wrong side of the bed, that sort of thing. But definitely feeling better. I feel like that's already taken care of though in Super Mario Brothers speedruns. Because they split on individual levels, and that includes like after you beat Bowser, you know, when you clear a castle basically. I don't know, Jordan. I don't know about that sort of reputation, but I know that like all of a sudden like Darbian started playing Dragster when he did like a speed marathon at his house or something, and like now some people are playing Dragster, and I have no clue how it started. I just think it's like a really funny game, and it seems like it's really hard. So So it's like, it seems kind of interesting, regardless. Oh, I was not paying attention. That's okay. Getting hit once is not a big deal. It's not recognized on SRCom. I wonder if that happened recently, or if maybe there was some kind of rules violation. Oh, 5.61 is the world record. Okay. That looks familiar. That looks familiar. But I think like that might be why people are playing it in that case. Like if there is a reputation that the record is unbeatable, somebody out there is going to be like going to try to beat it and try to prove them wrong. And I like that. That's always really fun to watch. Was it 5.51? Well, whatever it is. Whatever it is, I definitely respect the hustle to go and beat a record that's supposedly unbeatable. Yeah, dragster, like literally the game is you're piloting a dragster and you have to time your start and like shifting through the gears like you're actually in a drag race. As optimally as possible, to go down the track. So it's literally, you're literally like operating a drag race. Quap speedruns, good lord. I can only imagine what a quap speedrun would look like. I'm not at all surprised that that's a thing. I'm very curious, though. Ugh. Do 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 bum 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 bum. They do, Mag. Today, the world learned that co-op speedruns are now a thing. Yeah, my response to that was like, I guess I don't understand the significance of that because, like, if you already split at the end of each level, that includes when you clear a castle. So I'm not sure if maybe I misunderstand or if there's, or if there is some kind of significance to that. No. Yeah, that's dumb. Having the extra mask actually does kind of matter. Does actually kind of matter here, but that's okay. I gotta wait to clear this van then. Yeah, exactly. That's, I think there are like few things that are impossible, when it comes to... Oh, do I need the crystal? Yeah, I do. I do need the crystal. I almost forgot that there's, the crystal was back here. Yeah, that one's going away. Alright, there we go. Just got a little confuzzled. Do. No, I haven't done plant food yet. That's usually the last platforming level that gets done in this warp room. Because it's very hard to bring a mask out of plant food, so that's usually... I usually do that one last when it comes to the normal platforming levels. Well, unfortunately, Voyovo, you do need crystals to care about the Platinum Relic. So we care about them enough to unlock the time trial, but then afterwards, who cares? Out of sight, out of mind. The Pitfall would be an interesting game to speedrun. I feel like that's like a that's like about as close to a platformer as you get on the Atari 2600. Now we're going to see a renaissance of Atari 2600 speedruns. That would actually be really interesting. Anyone else buffering? Everything looks good on my end. So yeah, I would restart your browser. Did you try turning it off and turning it on again? I wouldn't be surprised if that existed, Laurenius, though I don't know. I don't know if one actually does exist, but I would not be surprised. Do 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 bum 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 bum. Just want to make sure I got around those nitros because that would be rough. Whoops. That would be rough if we got owned by a Nitro going, hey, sup? As much as I want to hug a Nitro, because I think it would be cool, it doesn't work. It doesn't work out well for our Bandicoot friend. Maybe we could do an Atari Games Done Quick marathon. They probably don't want to spread themselves too thin. Like, I know you're probably joking, but, like, they probably don't want to spread themselves thin with too many marathons. I don't even know if you could do an Atari Games Done Quick marathon because the games might get done too quickly. Or there wouldn't be enough interesting games potentially. I'm not even sure that would work, just video games wise. I think people would watch it if it was interesting enough, but I'm not sure you'd actually have enough content. Because, like, imagine, like, somebody's doing Dragster for Atari Games Done Quick. So they, you know, they get set up and everything, like, they're ready to go for Dragster, and they go, Darby and goes, hi, I'm Darby, and this is Dragster. 5 seconds later, the run's over, and they're already setting up the next game. All he does is say hi. You can't read any donations. You can't, like, do any donation incentives. You know, you're just, like, that's it. Like, 5 seconds, the game is done. Yeah, everyone blinked and missed it. Exactly. That's an example of a game where you just, as soon as you say hi, I'm so-and-so, and this is Dragster, it's done. It's over. Yeah, AGDQ I'm definitely excited for. I'll already be back in town, excuse me, already be back in my hometown for MagFest, and AGDQ starts like immediately after Mag. So, oh, oops. So it's gonna be a wild ride in early January for me. Yeah, even if you do 100 Dragster runs, it's 7 minutes. That is so true. Sword Quest? I'm not sure what that is, actually, Gimmick. You need to help me out here. The thing about the Souls games and, like, Bloodborne is that, like, you know they're hard. Like, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Which is pretty awesome. Like you kind of know what you're getting yourself into there, when it comes to those games. So you can only, I feel like I could only be so like, I feel like I could only be so upset at a game like that. Trial and error. Exactly. You just gotta go through the motions. You know, you'll get through the game eventually, but you just gotta, you sometimes gotta fall down over and over again before you can stand up. Crashborn. No, that'll be... Oh, come on. That'll be the new Crash game that comes out. This Crash game is Crash Souls. The new one will be Crashborn. Some people don't, Mag. That's true. Some people don't. But nowadays, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Dang, Rambo's going deep here. The existential tree falls in a forest type questions. Oh, come on, really? That cycle was just a little bit off. I think I should do I should do a charge jump and then charge underneath there, because I think that allows you to actually get underneath there. What's up, Panda Sarah? How's it going? It wouldn't even load the disc. Wouldn't even load the disc, so you had to return it for Dark Souls 2. So you actually... Did you ever actually play Dark Souls 1 then? Or did you just start on 2 and never went back? Cool looking prizes? Like physical prizes? Or was it like in-game stuff? Not currently, Ecdysis. Not currently. I am trying to PB, and I think I can. But world record is a bit far off at this point. Like, if according to my Summer Best, if I had a perfect run, I could beat it. But you're gonna need more than a perfect run to beat it, because you're just not gonna get one. What's up, Daxter fan? Thanks for the good luck, man. I think if I wanted to grind for the world record, then I could, but I would definitely have to work on Crash 2 and 3 in particular. Because that's where I fall behind when it comes to full trilogy compared to the current record. Oh, I see. So you could get prizes. They got to be out there somewhere. All right, cool. Jebaited Tiny. Oh, excuse me. Nice. Awesome. Ooh, excuse me. Have I tried any extensions yet? Yes, I currently do have the Bits leaderboard available, Ecdysis. Unfortunately, it's a one-time API event, so it doesn't actually display Bits leaders from the past. So starting yesterday is where the data starts collecting. I tried to install the Streamlabs extension yesterday, but I was having problems with it. So I'll have to try again later and see if I can get it to work. But I have looked through the extensions, and there are a couple that I'm interested in. There are quite a number, though, that are games that I don't play. Like PUBG extensions or like Destiny extensions, which don't really apply to me. But I imagine that the list of extensions will grow and grow as people start to develop more. It's still very young. You know, thank you guys for the blessings. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't need to break boxes. I was like, I need to go back and get that box, and then I remembered a split second later, no I don't. Different category. So make an extension that connects to live split. Yeah, like speedrunning, I think it's only a matter of time before speedrunning extensions are a thing with live split, with speedrun.com, like that sort of thing. Whoops. That's not good. Might have to reroute. He's gonna need more than just one leg day in order to catch up with the rest of his body, Jorge. He can't get away with just one leg day in his life. It's gonna need to do a lot more of those. It's still in beta phase? I wonder if it'll just stay in beta phase. or what is still beta about it, Jordan? Let's do Behaven, yeah. I think we might be able to take 2 masks out of here. I did get a Crash 1 PB. I think it was by like 20 seconds, I think. So not a ton, but still a PB nonetheless. Oh, I see, Sarah. At least you got to play Dark Souls 1, so that's good. I was just curious if it was like, oh man, I'm just like banned from Dark Souls 1 because I can't get a working copy of the game. Because that would be bad. Ever watched the TV show Castle? I have not. What's it about? And yo, what's going on, Robster? How you doing, man? What's up, Marshy, as well? How's it going? I'm gonna wait. There we go. Yo, thank you, Marshy. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, just recently. Got my yo, Mag.
These are first bits I have ever bought and thought that you should have them.
Thank you for the bits, Mag. I really do appreciate it. Mag's first bits. We'll never forget this date, September 8th, 2017. But yeah, I got accepted last week, and my account just got updated a couple days ago. And it definitely feels amazing, man. It seems like text-to-speech just had like kind of an awkward pause like in between each of the words. And like there's sometimes where you'll put in text-to-speech and it'll start reading a sentence and it'll just put a long pause in the middle, which I think is really funny. Excuse me. And that's kind of why text-to-speech is kind of fun to use, is because sometimes it just breaks or it doesn't work properly. That's like part of the fun of text-to-speech. It doesn't always work. Writes novels but also solves murders. That's pretty awesome. That guy sounds like a man of the people for sure. Excuse me. One of your old roommates watched a ton of Castle. What did they think of the show in general? Presumably very good if they were watching it a lot. But I don't know. Sometimes you stick with a show just to hope it gets better. I don't remember which one that was, Gimmick. I don't quite remember which one that was. What's happened, Mario Magic Girl? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Whoops. That's alright. He was a big fan of shows like Buffy and Angel. So if you like those shows, you'll probably like Castle then, is what we're really saying. Never actually watched Buffy. But I guess that was like before my time. I feel like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I was like young when that show was out. I feel like that show hasn't aged well, but I feel like that show hasn't aged well, but that's just like my gut feeling after like taking a brief look at it a couple of years ago. If Crash was 2D in the early 90s, it's kind of interesting to think about, like, if Crash had come out at a different time, like, and in a different way, would it actually have been successful as it has? They have this sort of camp aspect now. What do you mean by that, Pandra Sarah? Somebody actually did do that, Gimmick Soldier. There was somebody who donated to the channel using text-to-speech that was a GDQ donation generator message. So it's one of the ones where it's like greetings from viewer. Greetings from viewer, first-time donator, long-time donator, first-time viewer. And it was just like the nonsense like GDQ donation generator type stuff. Long-time donator, first-time Germany, exactly. Things like that. So it actually has been done before. Not anymore, gaming expert. Not anymore. Wow, chaining... Oh, hang on. Chaining invincibility into invincibility. Let's freaking go, man. Living the dream here in Cold Heart Crash. Still don't know how to avoid that gem, but that's okay. Wow, that was actually a little bit risky. That's the joke. That is the joke, Gimmick. I feel like that's how you want to do Cold Hard. You just want to chain invincibilities together, and then the level is like really easy. It helps to not have to break all the boxes either, because that of course makes the level way harder. What's going on, Reapers? How you doing? They slip into parody accidentally because of how they've aged. You know it's good when a show slips into parody accidentally. No clue, Robster. That's TBD. Well, it's not like I don't think it's really because they had a choice to keep it in, or remove it. It's just they programmed the game differently. So box duplication is just not possible, you know, with the way that they coded the game. So I don't think it's a matter of them like leaving things in or taking stuff out, though it seems like it. It's mainly because the game was programmed totally differently. Yo, Evolves, thank you for the host, man. If I'm gonna do one Dark Reapers, it'll be planned in advance. But at the very least, I'll probably be doing one for the next 312 race that Spike Vegeta is planning, which will be really fun. I'm definitely looking forward to doing a 312. If I do a 312 beforehand, then I'll definitely let you guys know ahead of time. Yeah, 312 is a doozy. That's for sure. It kind of depends on how well you know the categories, too. Like, it can definitely be more of a doozy if you're not used to the categories and you start getting tired, you know, so on and so forth. Oh, no, it's all good, Evolves. It's the thought that counts for me. How did your... I hear that your stream was kind of glitchy. I'm sorry to hear about that. Hopefully it was still a good time, despite all that. Yo, same though, Mag. I need some coffee. I need some pizza. I need some spiritual energy. Everything. Everything you got before one of those. Yeah, sadly, I'm not going to be exiting the level with 2 masks, but that's okay. Entering Warp 5 with 2 masks is really nice, but we have the potential to bring 2 masks into Piston It still, as long as Night Fight and Pack Attack go pretty well. So we're not like totally out of chances to get godlike Piston It away. It's so nice to get invincibility for Piston It away though. It definitely makes a huge difference with that level. Just like how we could cheese Cold Hard Crash with invincibility, it's the same thing. Your nephew is definitely getting Insane Trilogy for his birthday. Nice. That's awesome. That is awesome. Does that mean that you will get to play it too, Mello? I have actually, Rob. It was a while ago. It was like a couple months ago, but I did, as a matter of fact. Testify? It depends on what we're testifying. At least for me, it happens during the day. That's true, actually. Because the 312 race will probably, if it's during that race period, will probably take longer. We'll probably start later and take longer, but like if I did a 312 myself, I'd probably start the stream around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier, and then kind of go from there. Oh, yikes. That's unfortunate, Evolves. Are you doing remote play over a wireless connection, or are you doing it over a wired connection? And yo, Telecaster J, thank you for the host as well, man. I do appreciate it, and welcome everybody coming in from Telecaster's stream. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. It's too early to tell, Rob. It's too early to tell. Testify to eating pizza? I will gladly testify to eating pizza. I am unashamed when it comes to pizza consumption. Yo, what's up, Voltrus Midnight? How are you doing? Coming in from Telecaster J stream. Nice.
Excuse me.
Hope it was a good one. And hopefully we can keep the good times going over here. Okay, good. That's the first thing I wanted to make sure, because remote play can be kind of weird over Wi-Fi. What's up, Shazen? How's it going, man? Dude, you know it can't be a real stream without some food talk. Whoops, especially some pizza talk. Beat Native Fortress's dev time? Nice, that's awesome. Felt like a bad run? Well, that's potentially a good thing, though. It means that the dev time, means that dev time, that dev time might be one of the easier ones. Yeah, leftover pizza and coffee for breakfast is amazing. I feel so comfy after cold pizza and coffee, I'm not gonna lie. Is this a possible Crash 2 PB? I don't know. Warp 3 was not very good. I had a great Warp 4, but my Warp 3 was definitely left some time on the table. So it's possible that it may not be a PB because of that. But we'll have to do the math later. It's going to be hard to tell. It's going to be hard to tell until I actually, like, until after the stream where I can actually do the math and see what happened. But if it's not a PB, like, say we get through here, like, really well, it'll probably be close. One of the average ones. Crash 1 has a lot more easy ones like Whole Hog. You put easy in quotes, and I'm curious what you mean by that. The speedruns are going well. I actually PB'd in Crash 1 during this full Trilogy run, and now we're trying to finish strong in Crash 2 as well. What's up, Hanya Gaming, by the way? How do I capture my Crash gameplay? I'm actually using remote play. So Evolves and I were just talking about PS4 remote play, and I am actually using PS4 remote play to capture the video. I really like it for games like this. For something like Horizon Zero Dawn, or something that's a bit harder to run on a PS4, it might be a little bit difficult. But for the Insane Trilogy, it actually works out really well. I do have a capture card, but I prefer to use remote play. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably your internet then, if you were also dropping frames in OBS. Ah, rip. That's okay. It's like, it's really hard to get around those wires without being being super patient or super ballsy. Getting hit there is kind of annoying because we can only bring up to one mask now and to piston it away. So we might only get third mask form for the second half. But that's still better than nothing. Well, thank you. Well, thank you, Hanya Gaming. One of the reasons mine might actually look really good is because I'm streaming at a high bitrate. So like I'm currently streaming at 3K bitrate, which does help the quality. And I'm actually using a regular PS4. So a PS4 Pro, you can do more with remote play to make it look a little bit better. But I'm streaming at a higher bitrate. And that always helps. I don't like using the app Gimmick Soldier because you can't actually make a layout like this, for example. You're very limited to what you can show on screen. So I strongly prefer to still stream using OBS because you can then make it your own. Yeah, I think my Elgato acts kind of weird for like HDMI video capture, so I tend to not use it for like HDMI consoles, but it's great for regular consoles like the like my PlayStation 2, for example. When I play the old Crash games, it tends to work pretty well. Once we fix my computer, because I'm still using my backup computer, then I want to upgrade to an internal capture card, and that way the video will look a little bit nicer for captured games, and also very low latency since it'll be an internal capture card. Because that's one of the things about the Elgato capture cards, like the external ones in particular, that get a little funky, is that there's always some type of delay. And with an internal capture card, it really doesn't. Like, you need a little bit better internet to be able to do remote play and stream at the same time. But I don't think it's that big a extra load on your internet, from what I understand. Whoops. There we go. Oh, remote play doesn't use the internet at all? Okay. Well, that's why it doesn't have much of a load. Networking is hard. Controller inputs are being boosted using the internet. I'm actually playing off my native gameplay screen. So I'm playing the game off of just the monitor that I would normally play my PS4 on. But I have remote play just in the background on my computer, and I'm basically use a window capture to make it appear in OBS. So I'm actually not playing off of remote play, and I'm playing directly off my monitor, which has very little delay. What's up, Wichita? How you doing? You never seen these levels before. Well, you're in for a treat, because these are some of the more interesting levels in Crash 2, i.e. some of the harder ones. Probably not, Gimmick Soldier. If you want to do a run like that, you definitely can, but I would be very surprised to see a leaderboard of that category. That's good to hear, Wichita. I'm glad you're doing well, man. It is Friday, after all. You can only be doing so bad on a Friday. That's why we have two masks. Although it would be nice to get invincibility here, it's totally fine for us to have these extra masks to burn. Oh, jeez. Especially when you get the skip cycles like that. Okay, now we're getting a little bit too liberal. That was a really good spaced out. Like, that was a really good spaced out. I just, like, never stopped moving, basically, once we got past, like, the initial piston cycles. That certainly does not happen every day. When Spotify goes all derp, what happened exactly, Mag? It's more like, I don't know if it's steampunk really, Wichita, but it's just more like, you know, futuristic 90s stuff. So, like, it's the future, but it's also the 90s at the same time. What's the boss like? Anticlimactic, Wichita. And you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean by that. You gotta do this level first, though. Do 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 do, bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. This music is excellent, Pandarsara. It is some of my favorites from the entire series of Crash Bandicoot. Like, this music is just epic. Do you have Spotify Premium, Mag, or do you have a different one, or do you have just regular Spotify? Because I don't know if Spotify like limits your skips when you're on the free version. That was kind of risky, but we good. Yeah, aged milk, exactly. Yeah, it just sounds like a weird glitch in the system, Mag. I'm not really sure what's causing that. It doesn't even have a free version? I think it still does. I've had premium for a couple years now. So I haven't really used the free version in a while. But But I'd be kind of surprised if they didn't have a free version. Alrighty. Time for the anticlimactic boss battle. Honestly, though, I wonder if I would prefer to have a boring boss like this that's like that's like easier to execute, or if you want something that's like really interesting. Or something really interesting but difficult. It feels like rewarding when you beat it. Amazon Prime Music is pretty decent. I've actually never used Amazon Prime Music. I feel like I might have to check that out later, just for grins. Alright, that was a pretty good Crash 2. I don't know if that was a PB. It might be close. But I don't know if that was a PB. That would, that might be like a 107, I think. My PB I know is a 106.47, I think, with loads. So it has to be better than that. Oh, whoops, to PB. But that was close, and I definitely can't complain with that. Crash 3, I think I have the most potential time save in. So, we definitely have some time to make up in this game. Yep, basically you just follow him. When he has like the confused expression over top of his head, you spin him, and on the third hit, he just goes away. That's the boss battle. He runs away like a little pussy. But it's okay, because we can catch up to him. He's not exactly a fighter, that Cortex. Not in this game, at least. Just hit a knee to the table. Aw, dude, it does not sound like your night, Mag. It does not sound like your Friday night. It's okay though. It's okay though. It only gets better from here. These times are looking pretty good. They are. How I feel about my warped game? Well, having done a 105 run a few days ago, I feel better about my warped game than I would do before, because outside of 105, I actually have not played a ton of Crash Warped. I think it kind of makes sense, Con, because the game does have like a fair amount of humor in it. So like he's not really meant to be super intimidating. Maybe like he was in Crash 1. I think he's just supposed to be like a villain, but you know, kind of a goof. And like I feel like the game just is not meant to be taken super seriously. Because like if we can go close to our PB in if we can like stay close to our PB in this game, like we're on really good pace to have like a very solid time. It's kind of like one step at a time for full trilogy runs, in all honesty. There's so much that needs to go right. And you know, anything can happen in Crash 3, so it's definitely not over by any means. Like Warped is fun. I haven't necessarily been playing it. I haven't really been avoiding it. It's more or less just like I've been playing other categories. Yeah, it can't be too scary with it being a kid's game. I kind of like that change up though, Pander Sarah. I kind of like that change up, and like it kind of sets the tone for all of the Crash games going forward as well. Well, somebody had to leave that jetpack there in the 2 levels in Warp 5. So somebody knew that Crash could use a jetpack. Was gonna check Tumblr, but even that is down. Oh, wow. Also, I just got very lucky there. I thought I was surely dead. But for some reason, that bomb was either over me or under me, and I did not actually get hit by it. But yeah, that was... I don't know what happened there, but I'm definitely living on borrowed time. I am definitely living on borrowed time now. Do 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 do. I think that's just one of those things that we're not supposed to ask questions about. I feel like Coco's hair is not something we're supposed to ask about. If anything, it's a matter of patience, Magatoth. Like that's what the that's what makes it so hard. You know, to 100% these games when you're young is just the patience. Oh, I was in front of the bomb, really? Interesting. I didn't think I was. Yeah, living on borrowed time is like a figure of speech, Doodle. Like, something very bad should have happened to me, but, you know, you got away with it, basically. 4 of them appear to be in Cortex's space station. I thought there was, like, 1 master crystal, and then Engine was like, you need all of the slave crystals, and then that's what... And that's what caused Cortex to go, like, get the other ones or something. At least that's what I think happened. Yeah, definitely. Like, that's one of those things that you can tell better when you just kind of if you go back and watch the video, you can see what's going on. In the moment, it's like too many things are happening to tell. Do. We're living risky. We're living risky here. We didn't hit the checkpoint, but that's okay because we don't need it. I remember hearing about that a little while ago, Ecdysis. I'm not sure if it was you that mentioned it in particular, but I remember like somebody saying that there was a theory that Embryo set all the bosses in Crash 2 to stop Crash from getting you know, to stop Crash from getting the crystals. Except for maybe Engine and Cortex himself. It's an interesting theory, though. A game theory, some might say. Yeah, the underwater levels are actually really nice looking, Wichita. I have to agree. Definitely some wonky controls still, but they look beautiful. I didn't even know who Matt Pat was, Chunky Dude, until somebody mentioned like, "Hey, you kind of look like Matt Pat," and I'm like, and then I just had no idea who the guy is, and they're like, "Dude, the guy from Game Theory, duh," and I'm like, I still don't know who that is, because I do not keep up with YouTubers nearly as well as I keep up with like Twitch, so I had like no clue who the guy was. If there are 5 on Cortex's ship, then yeah, Engine, I guess, could just take the 20 that Crash has, and then they're all good. If that's true, of course. The Tiger levels are really cool, and like they're definitely like the humor levels in the game. Like that's definitely where I feel like a lot of the humor comes out. In this game in particular, because it's just totally wacky. Like you got Coco riding a tiger like on top of the Great Wall of China. You know, there is absolutely nothing realistic about this whatsoever. Very ridiculous, but very awesome. Do 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 do. All right, there we go. Slide spinning over these flame pits is awesome. That just feels so broken to me. Not gonna do it over this one, though. Can't get away with that anymore. Wow, that was kind of close. Like, depending on where I landed there, like, I would have gotten burnt or I would have gotten away unscathed like I just did. That's what happens when things aren't straight lines. Not that they necessarily should be, but if they're not straight lines, you got to be careful. Just like the last hog jump. Ugh. That one I wish was a straight line. Do 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 do. Crash. I would love to hear what you have to say, Tiny, but I'm kind of busy here. Whoops. There we go. Wait, what? A line piece? I actually have a really hard time reading that, Jordan. I'm not sure what you're saying. I guess Tiny would then get the crystals for Uka Uka, so it all goes to the same place eventually, Jorge. But why would Uka Uka do it personally when he doesn't have to? Nice. We're getting better at like finding where that power-up spawns so we can just kind of grab it immediately. That's a nice gold split. That was... I think that's a nice, that's like a 10-second gold split or something. I think it's like a 10-second gold split. Or Summer Best is now a 3:16, which is really awesome. That's definitely a good sign. Well. Yeah, ironically, the guy who doesn't do leg day, oh, wait. Yeah, let's do Hang 'em High. I think so. Yeah, we should do this. I was going to say we could do Hog Ride first and then Midnight Run, but it doesn't matter because we can just refill our mass in G-Wiz and do Tomb Time after the fact. So after this level, we'll probably end up doing Hog Ride, Midnight Run, G-Wiz, and then Tomb Time. Never seen the Tetris God? No, I have not, actually. What's up, Calm Black Man? The voting ends today for the blind race. So if you haven't voted, type !race to be taken to the poll. But that will be determined once the stream is over. It'll be determined which game we're going to be blind racing. I think Resident Evil Remake is in the lead, but BioShock Infinite is not far behind. Will I ever create a Twitch team? I don't know. I don't know if I want to necessarily do one right now, or if I want to like, or if I would rather join an existing team if I was offered at this point. I think it would be interesting to like to own a Twitch team and to, you know, to take it a bit more seriously, like I think Next Level does. Like they're a pretty good example of, you know, a team that's more organized. Or like Synthesis, for example. But I'm not really sure if now is the time for me to do that. I feel like that would be best to do at a later time. What's up, Volky, by the way? How are you doing? Cheese and tomatoes, all we need is bread, and we got pizza, Jorge. All you gotta do is find the bread, man. Do 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 do. Yo, nice, Volky. Life is good. Life is definitely good. I woke up feeling like pretty grumpy this morning, but I'm feeling much better now. And we're on a pretty solid pace for full trilogy, so definitely pretty excited about that. And hopefully we can get a solid PB today, but we'll see. It is very much not over yet. Do 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 do. Oh man. Yep, knew that was gonna happen. That's okay. It's like not a huge deal, but I just want to make sure that I still like win the race. That's all. Do 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 do. There we go. Easy peasy. Do 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 do. I love how jazzy that tune is. It's so good. What's up, Bloomlight? This is the third game. This is the third and final game of the full trilogy, Crash Bandicoot Warped. And how's it going, by the way? Coffee time is over. Whoops. I thought I had entered the portal, but I guess not. I guess not. Time to hydrate. Do 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 do. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit that guy for a second. Bum 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 ba da 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 bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. All right, pretty uneventful midnight run, but that's a good thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Thank you, Bloom, though. I do appreciate it. There definitely was a time where I wasn't, though. There definitely was a time where I was very bad at this game. But thank you very much. Definitely working on getting better. That's the name of the game here when it comes to speedrunning. Again, Dingo Dow, I would love to hear what you have to say, but we're kind of busy saving the world here. I'm kind of on a tight schedule. Well, thank you as well, Con Black Man. I do appreciate the kind words. Still working on it, of course. Whoops. Do. Whoa, hello. Digga-doo-doo-doo-doo. 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 Whoops. Man, these buffered inputs are getting a little ridiculous here. There were a couple of like slide spins in a row where it kind of went like slide, delay, spin, so it just like didn't really chain together super well. Only one LAN cable for both of them? RIP. It's just a normal LAN cable, right? There's no proprietary cables. Excuse me. To split the cable into two. What could go wrong? How often does one get ledged in 3? It can happen in 3, but I think the... Oh, come on. I thought I did it right there too. It doesn't happen as much in 3 and 2 because you don't have as many like marginal jumps. Crash 1 is the game where you end up having ledge issues because, you know, your jumps can only go so far and you don't have something like a glitch high jump or like a double jump in Crash 3 to kind of to make those jumps easier. What's up, Rich? How you doing? Oh, can you really? Oh, interesting. Do they have like any sort of reduced functionality, or are they like, or does it just operate as normal? Because that's like a major life hack. Oh, each plug goes down to 100 megabits per second instead of 1,000. Okay. So there is a catch. There is a catch, but that's still pretty cool, though. Yo, what's going on, Sverna? How you doing? Happy Friday to you as well. Hope it's been a good one so far, by the way. Well, thank you. I do appreciate you being here, Rich. But I kind of know what you mean. I kind of know what you mean, because there's definitely like some games that I'll definitely watch like other people stream more than I actually play it. Like Magic the Gathering is definitely the same, you know, because I don't play it that much IRL, but it's really fun to watch. It's really fun to watch like some of the best players stream it. To be fair, I didn't have any idea how like the internal routing changed in that level. Because like you have to do it totally differently than you do in original 105. So like, and I had no clue that you had to do it that way. Is getting that mask actually faster there? I think so, because it keeps the door open. Because, like, getting a third mass form in levels is mainly useful in Crash 3 when you can get around obstacles or you can prevent certain cycles from happening. So I think keeping the door open makes it worth it to get the third mass form there. Otherwise, it may not be worth it if that door wasn't there. And what's up, Sethel Dozer, by the way? How you doing? Thanks for the good luck, Verna, as well. It's okay, we'll make sure to give you a good play-by-play. We'll give you the John Madden play-by-play.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
The Entropy boss battle was, like, horrible in this run. I almost forgot about that. Glad you're doing well, though, Sethel Dozer. Definitely feeling pretty good over here, too, for that matter. Actually, we don't want third mass form in Tomb Raider in this game. It would be great if it worked out that way, but if you run out of third mass form, the water, instead of having a delay before it rises up and down again, just immediately rises up. So if you run out of third mass form when you're in the middle of the water area, then you're screwed. You're just gonna die on the spot, which is really rough. The reason why I like the Xbox One is totally not because I have an LED glow-in-the-dark shiny controller for it. Definitely not, Evolves. That would just be preposterous. Dude, we could get the whiteboard and everything, Pander Sarah. It depends on who you ask, Mikey. The real name is Tomb Raider, but Womb Tater is usually how I put it in my original 1 of 5 splits. It depends on who you ask, how you spell it. What's up, Rico? You do want it in Tomb Raider? What changed? I remember, like, a while ago, people saying that they didn't want it in Tomb Raider because you might run out of it at a bad time. I wonder if Mach Tornado changes that, though. Now that you mention it. Well, that's totally fair, Evolves. Everybody definitely has their preferences. Mach Tornado? Okay. Yeah, I like totally didn't think about Mach Tornado when it came to like running out of third mass form in the danger zone. That could change things. Ooh, that sounds that sounds lewd, Voltress Midnight. Mach Tornado is a trick where you can tornado spin across the ground, and where you can Mach Tornado spin across the ground, and it actually causes character to accelerate super quickly across the ground, and I think it's easier to execute when you're like jumping up onto a different surface than where you are, but you can do it technically on a flat surface, and so on Warp 4 and 5 levels, if you can pull it off, it's a really nice thing to do to where you can just kind of like super speed across the ground. In some of the normal platforming levels. Of course, in vehicles, it doesn't do anything because you don't have the ability to. You don't have the ability to control the character like that. Whoops. Okay, cool. I said whoops preemptively because I felt like that was going to go wrong. But we good, though. Is it true, too, that, like, for Mach Tornado Spin, you can only pump the brakes Or you have to kind of like pump your tornado spin to maximize the distance of it. Like you don't necessarily want to just spam it really fast. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I was like, oh yeah, it can death abuse here. And then I'm like, or damage abuse here. I'm like, wait, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I remember somebody mentioning that a little while ago, but I just wanted to confirm. Yeah, no problem, Daxter fan. I got you. Oh, yeah, because if you mash, like, you're kind of in the air a little bit longer. Or maybe you don't, like, quite touch the ground or something. I can understand that. Oh, yeah, double header. For a second, I'm just running around in circles like, which level do I enter?
So.
do, 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 do. Can I do tornado spin? I've done it before. I don't do it in runs because I'm not like super comfortable with it yet, but I have done it before. It feels pretty amazing when you do get it. Yo, what's up, Biggie Cheese? How you doing, man? That's awesome, man. Glad to hear you're doing well. What's going on, new one? Glad to see you're doing well, too. Excuse me. I'm definitely feeling better. I woke up this morning, feeling on the wrong side of the bed, but feeling much better already. Streaming does have a habit of cheering me up, which is awesome. And sometimes you just need to, like, get going with your day. Like, sometimes you wake up and you're just like, ugh, like, you don't want to get out of bed. You're just, like, feeling kind of lethargic. But then, like, once you just kind of start doing stuff, you kind of snap out of it. Just landed in Cali? Nice. I don't remember if you mentioned going to California before. Trying to think if you mentioned that, because I know you talked about like going to New Hampshire a lot before, but I don't remember if you mentioned that you were going there. What are you up to in California? Oh, the Muppets performance. Okay, that rings a bell now. Ah. Rip. That's okay. Interesting. I wonder why, like, sometimes I can, why sometimes I get stuck there and other times, when I try to slide spin through that stack of boxes, it lets me through. I don't actually know what the difference is. Whoops. I mean, there's definitely a lot of things you can go to Cali for. But Muppet's performance is a pretty good reason, too. Oh, God, that's even worse. Gotta be careful. High time's hard. I definitely have trouble with this level sometimes. I thought I pressed square. Huh. Huh. I wonder if, yeah, I wonder if its hitbox was bigger. Or if maybe I just got, like, buffered or something. I don't know. There we go. That death was annoying, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you get scorpioned? Oh, that's rough, Biggie Cheese. I hope your friend and their mom actually are doing well, and that she gets taken care of. That's definitely pretty sad. I remember I had trouble with High Time Relic when I first played through the games. Like, that was definitely one of the ones that I struggled with. I would venture to say it's one of the harder ones in Crash 3. You didn't know what a doubleheader was? This video game and The Offspring. That's all the culture you really need. At least when it comes to doubleheader. Do 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 do. Oh, what? Did I don't know if I was like holding down by accident or if like or how I ended up sliding the wrong way. That was really weird. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get this imposter, and then I'm like, wait, Crash, where are you going? Need you to go the other way. But yeah, I hope it's nothing too serious and that she'll be good in a week, like you say. I never really noticed that, Vulturous Midnight. I always thought that, like, they kind of pushed you back, but at the same time, they were not, whoops. Pressed R1 a little too soon. But I didn't think they, like, made you turn around, or anything. It might have been just me, like, it might have been, like, I might have been holding back on the control stick and didn't realize it. But regardless, something happened there that I didn't intend on happening. That's all I know. Ugh. Welcome back, Tiptoe, by the way. Life is good. Trying to bring this run home. Nope, I am a R1 slider when it comes to the Crash games, Vulturous Midnight. I just find R1 very comfortable. It actually surprised me when I heard about like the number of people who actually do use circle to slide. But I always used R1. Whoop. What's up, Super Ewan? How are you doing? Oh, that's right. Oh, geez. Yeah, I totally screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. Interesting. There we go. That's better. Or MLG Turtle. I haven't seen that name in a while. Hope you've been well in the meantime. All right. Next phase. That was like a really early jump, by the way. I was a little bit nervous I was going to die there. All right, cool. One quick death, not a big deal. Still going to save a good amount of time on this warp. Give me the exit portal. There we go. Maybe if I jump a lot, it'll come faster. Actually use circle to spin in Crash 1. I actually forgot about that. I didn't realize, or I forgot rather, that circle was spin in Crash 1. I can imagine that would be kind of annoying if, like, all of a sudden they're like, nope, circle now does something totally different. But I imagine all is good now. Hope your Friday is going well, by the way, Super Ewan. I like blimps. Except these ones have to go bye-bye. There we go. Do. Oh, yes, I do, Vultress Midnight. I cannot play with non-inverted controls. I tried to do it when I first started playing the game to try to save some time on menuing, but I can't do it. It just totally throws me off. Did you miss Dingo Dial? Yes, Dingo Dial happened a while ago. No, I actually used the analog stick for these levels. Both in the original game and in the Insane Trilogy. I didn't realize it, but for the first blimp, I did use D-pad, and then I realized what I was doing and immediately switched to analog stick. Correct, analog and inverted. That's the way to go. Can I play Wrath of Creepy Cortex? No, I don't actually have that DLC. What's up, Mola Macarna? How are you doing? Okay, cool. He got out of the way. I was like ready to abort mission if that guy was just gonna sit there. I feel like that would take some getting used to, Vulturous. That's just a hunch. Can I get through here? Nope. I remember getting through there a couple of times before, but I don't remember exactly what I did. How do you get all the diamonds? I'm not sure what you mean by diamonds. Do you mean gems? Or relics? It is pretty badass. It is pretty badass until you realize that Crash Bandicoot could take him down quite easily. Then he doesn't seem so badass anymore. I do like Entropy's character though. Yeah, I'm just gonna slow down a little bit. That cycle was in a little bit different spot than the last time I got there. In any percent, at least. Yeah, I do remember the name MLG Turtle Super Ewan. I do remember indeed. That was a little bit scary. Yeah, he is kind of the chosen one, isn't he? And I guess Coco in this game too, because she gets to be a part of the action. It definitely helps to be the chosen one. Hope you're enjoying your Friday so far, Mola Macarna. Yeah, he kind of walks in through the darkness, you know, and you see his pistons pumping on his back, and you're just like, who is that guy? Like, you definitely become, like, very interested in him. Okay, so I want to switch back to Crash because I think Crash's crystal animation's a little bit shorter, if I remember correctly. So I want to get into the habit of changing back to Crash as soon as possible. And only use Coco in the required levels. But yeah, you definitely won't forget that silhouette, that's for sure. Gonna go out with your friends soon? Oh, nice. Any occasion or just going out to go out? I don't know, Dingo Dow is definitely alright, but for some reason he just doesn't stand out to me. Like he never really, Dingo Dial and I never really connected, so to speak. Oh, you're gonna be his driver, gotcha. That's good that you guys have a designated driver thing going on. That makes me happy. Sounds like it should be a good night for the two of you, regardless. And that's good. At least you get it paid forward too when you get the drink tomorrow. Ah, no. Okay, so when I did the jump, I was expecting that Crash would just get squished. But the worst thing happened where the door closed before I even got inside, and then ended up having to respawn at the beginning, or at least at the checkpoint. Yeah, the door notes me hard there. The door was not having any of my shit. Engine does have some pretty badass boss battles in these games, Super Ewan. He does have the Engine does have some very good boss battles. Dude, for real though, give it up for responsibility. It's hard to have. Like I definitely see a lot of people. Playing it risky when they go out on the town. It's good to be responsible. The door was like, no, 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 not today. Maybe some other day, but today's not the day. Yeah, you never really know what engine's gonna come up. You never really know what engine is gonna come up with next. He's got the technology on lock. What's up, Barto? How you doing? I didn't really have a great first impression of Twin Sanity, Ewan, when I was younger and tried the game for the first time. If I tried it again, I might like it a little bit more, but I'm not super inclined to play Twin Sanity at this point. So the short answer is probably not. Do. Aw, man. Okay. I didn't realize how bad of a... I didn't realize the mistake I was making until it was too late. Unfortunately. I thought I could get away with it where if I came out of my tornado spin just over top of... Oh, come on. I got like stuck in the water. Yo, welcome back, Charizard. Hope the rest of your school day was good, by the way. Oh, that's annoying. That's just annoying. I mean, the checkpoint is close. It was just like, it was kind of a really weird mistake where like the water was still there. So when I went to go slide jump, I got like kind of sucked into the water. So I just kind of lost like all of my momentum going forward. Nice, Super Ewan. An exciting time. Yo, green, green, red. With the 2 months of subbing. Welcome back, man. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it, man. And what's up, by the way? Thanks for the good luck. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Had no idea I was that close to the nitro. Yeah, almost fits. The name almost fits, Jordan. That's true. Whoa, okay. Do. Spent a week at your cousin's and had a PS4, so you got to play this? Oh, nice. That's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. How far did you manage to get in the Insane Trilogy while you were there? The new emotes are done and submitted, Biggie Cheese. I'm still waiting on them to get approved. If you're a partner in good standing, then you'll be able to get emotes auto-approved. But I imagine they probably want to manually approve my first, like, couple batches of emotes just to make sure I don't upload a bunch of dicks or something. So I gotta wait for them to get manually approved. But they're done. I just gotta wait for somebody to say, okay, and then they go live. You were sick today? Well, that's unfortunate. At least you got to stay home from school on a Friday, so you get a nice little 3-day weekend. Hope you get well soon, though. No, no. No, I don't want any spoilers, Biggie Cheese. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, there we go. You think you missed something and they won't let you write a final job exam? Really? Even if you got sick? Hopefully not. That would definitely be a very good reason to get unpartnered. By virtue of getting banned. Oh, oops, I totally forgot to switch characters. That's okay. That's a-okay, though. But yeah, I can totally understand if they want to like be cautious, you know, when people become new partners. But yeah, hopefully at some point, uploading additional emotes, they can get auto approved, so then you can be used right away. But we'll see. Alright, cool. That was a pretty solid first cycle. I imagine he's not the type of guy who gets a lot of exercise, Ewan. He doesn't seem like it to me. Not when you got all that science to do. Oh, I got freaking wrecked there. I gotta be careful. I think we're okay for now, though. Yep, we're good. I totally forgot to like get rid of that one bomb that was coming towards me, and then it got there, and I'm like, oh crap, this isn't good. Misread that as ducks. I don't know. I think you could get creative with duck emotes. If you really wanted to, like, you could make some pretty awesome duck emotes. It's poor Cortex. He can't even get a word in. Always getting cut off by these speedrunners, man. I figured it would be okay with just one of the rockets up top, and then the one like plasma cannon thing over to the side. I figured that would have. Oh, come on. All I'm doing is holding forward and slide spinning, and I got snecked. Come on, man. There's no justice. There's no justice today. I swear. These reptiles, I swear. Yeah, those are both like very weird, where I just like, I'm just kind of minding my own business, slide spinning, and then the snake somehow hit me. I still don't even know how that happened. What's up, Jules and Rayathe? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having good Friday so far. Yeah, reptiles are the real bosses, Magatop. They are the real MVPs on Cortex's squad. They may not look like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Getting hit there is kind of annoying because we really want to get third mass form in Gone tomorrow, but that's okay. Sometimes that's gonna happen. I wonder if my like spin got a little buffer there, because it looked like I glitch hide into the alligator or crocodile that was trying to chomp me, and normally that kills it, but for some reason it didn't this time. So I have no clue what happened there. What's going on, Dank Doge? How you doing? The Crash 1 lizards? Oh yeah. The Lost City lizards. Those guys were a pain at first until I finally like figured out how to get past them. Also, that was just a depth perception issue. I just had no clue where that guy was in 3D space. What's going on, Zisty? How you doing? Whose dab emotes are those, by the way? Whoever that is, they're showing it how it's done. That's good to hear, Dank Doge. Dude, I'm glad we have that in common. Dab emotes. Exactly. Today you found your old PS1? Nice. What did you end up playing on it? Still have my original PS1 and PS2, and I hope they never break. Emotes are from Disguised Toast. Oh, that guy. Okay, I've definitely seen him around before. I don't think I've ever watched Disguised Toast, but but I definitely have heard of him before. I think he plays a lot of PUBG now, doesn't he? And I can see why you love him. That's definitely one of the better combo emotes I've seen. Oh, jeez. Losing mass left and right. Oh, racing games. What, like Gran Turismo or a different sort of racing game? That and Hearthstone? I guess that makes sense because he has, I think he has HS in his name. I don't know what it stands for other than Hearthstone. Used to call Parappa the Rapper Pappy Rappy. I feel like if you were bros with Parappa the Rapper, like you could call him Pappy Rappy and he'd be fine with it. I kind of like that nickname. But I feel like I wouldn't introduce myself as Pappy Rappy. I would have to say Parappa the Rapper. That's like my professional name, and then Pappy Rappy would be like how my bros call me. Gran Turismo? I love Gran Turismo. That is definitely that is one of my favorite games of all time, and one of the reasons why I'm into cars in the first place. Always love going back to play Gran Turismo every once in a while. Okay, maybe I wouldn't want to be called Pappy Rappy anymore, Biggie. You ruined it. That you would never hear the end of that in school if you were called Pappy Rappy. Medieval is also fantastic. Another excellent PS1 game. That was really, really wonky, but it worked. I'm getting this freaking checkpoint. No! I was a little too slow. Going to the game store to get some PS1 games? Well, if you don't already have the original Crash Bandicoot games, then that's definitely a good option. As far as other games go, like Medieval is a good option. Klonoa Door to Phantomile is it's expensive, but it's a very, very good 2.5D platformer. It's a beautiful game. Let's see what else. 3 Extreme. It's cheap and it's really fun. Jet Moto if you can. Trying to think of what else. There's definitely some really good games. Just definitely like browse the shelves and see what you can find. Klonoa is fantastic, Pandersara. It's an unbelievable game. No, and it's a very good thing that I didn't, because we would have been set really far back, Mag. What's up, Corpsey? Thanks for the good luck, buddy. How you doing? Happy Friday to you as well. Spyro the Dragon. That's another good one. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Get out of here. Aw, man. I was slowing down to not hit the guy. Still hit him anyway. Pandemonium Tomba as well, if you can find a copy of that game. Oh, Friday is Friday. But it's like when you say, yay, it's Friday, but you just combine it into one word. Today is the last day of voting, Barto. Type exclamation race in chat to check out the poll and vote if you haven't already. I was holding left and just like not turning at all. I have no clue what happened. I do not, Corpsey. It's been beaten. We'll have to see if I wanna grind for the record again. I'm not entirely sure at this point. We'll have to see. Regardless, I'd still like to PB and bring this time down some. But I haven't really decided if I want to go for it again. We are almost done with this run, though. The new record is a 317. Don't quite remember the seconds, but it's a 317 with loads. My summer best is a 316 currently. So we definitely, with a perfect run, we could beat it, but we're not going to get a perfect run. So we definitely need some work on Crash 2 and 3, I think, in order to make it realistic. Getting faster on Crash 1 too would definitely help, but Crash 1 is probably my strongest game. So it's not like quite as necessary. Yo, Tony Hawk Pro Skater is amazing. The first and second ones, of course, timeless classics. Those are probably like two games I'll just never sell. Like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games. I don't think I could ever get rid of them. Well, here's the thing, though, Biggie Cheese. If the game does not, if like a game on the list does not win the poll, it's okay. We'll still have it on the list for future runs. So it's not just gonna go away, you know, because it didn't win this poll. So if anything, it'll just go back onto the backlog. And if we do this again in the future, then we can still keep it as a game to propose later on. So just because it doesn't win today doesn't mean it's never going to be considered. What's up, Ori? How you doing? Yeah, I really like Crash 1, so that's a game that, you know, I've kind of just that game makes sense as like my strongest game when it comes to this category. What's after this? We're gonna switch categories. So I'm gonna be doing runs of a different category. Probably some Crash 2 Hundo, because I wanna try and get another run going with Road to Ruin Jump and see if I can PB. See if I can PB in that category, and then we'll go from there. If I have some more time afterwards, then maybe we'll do some Crash 1 Any. But we'll see. Take it easy with the cap, Super Ewan. Get ready for bags of ice. Well, it won't be a world record, but bags of ice for sure. Yo, what's up, Flareon? How you doing? Oh, we already have, like, no shortage of games, Corpsey. We already have no shortage of games going. No, this run will PB, but it's not gonna be a record. Oh, jeez. I thought for sure he was gonna go in there. Oh, nice. I wish him the best of luck. And I hope you guys enjoy the game. Oh, are you really, Telecaster J? I actually PB'd by about 20 seconds in Crash 1 earlier today. That was a really good run. Like, that was another 104 pace run that I had, and unfortunately lost it at the very end, but still PB'd by a large amount. Or still PB'd by a solid amount, I should say, not a large amount. Okay, 321.15. Not bad improvement. Definitely had some ups and downs with Crash 3, but that's kind of to be expected. A PB is still a PB, indeed. Yo, sounds good to me, Dank Doge.